pay close attention to this one. It's going to be super cool.
All right, we're outside of the bottle shop in Montecito. This is actually one of our favorite places to stop, especially when we go to the Central Coast, because it is so full of whiskey. It's ridiculous. We'll show you when we get inside, but I want to see what we find today because there's always some hidden gems.
All right, now we're looking at some of the top section, just a line of bottles back here. All kinds of crazy stuff. Yeah, look at all of it. So over here, this I believe was a bull run bottling from Oregon, Temperance Trader. Again, haven't really seen that before. Got some Town Branch, several different Traverse City whiskey company there in Michigan. A whole bunch of just random ones. This Surf City Pacific Reserve, I believe they're in like Huntington Beach area of California, but that's really dark. So that's either double barreled or interesting source. We might pull that one down. Whole bunch of different Jeffersons, both some of the new special releases, and that's definitely some old releases there. Chef's Collab, I don't know what that really is. Quite a few of the representatives. That was by Proof and Wood. We got some Smooth Ambler, a bunch of different Willets, just a 4-year rye. I.W. Harper, I'm not used to seeing it in this bottle before. Legit. Lovell Brothers, Georgia Sour Mash Whiskey, never heard of that. Some definitely old Jim Beam releases, the Signature Craft finished in brandy, a single barrel, and a quarter cask finished, all for about $40-ish. Again, these are just kind of dusties that are kind of fun to look at. Different flavored whiskeys. We always like point out a Bourbon Premium.
Yes.
That looks like it's a different the release actually, so we might look at that one.
Yeah.
Dad's Hatfish and Maple Syrup Cask, that's kind of cool. Bowman Brothers, Caribou Crossing. What's your backpack? We got Lot 40, but that's 2012 release, but it's only 86 proof. That was cash strength. That'd be more interesting. And then some Leopold Brothers. Just a whole bunch of stuff up here.
So much stuff.
Yeah. There's a more normal I.W. Hyper. Blinking Owl, that's actually a local distillery to Orange County, but they recently closed. So, again, interesting bottle. Really old Bernheim bottle. That's kind of cool. We do see over here there is a Dad's Hat single barrel cask strength. We love ours, so we might actually pull that down and take that home.
Yeah.
Pay on the price.
What was the one over there?
It was a maple syrup cask at 90 proof. So all kinds of stuff.
Yes.
Broken Barrel. Basically any little book or Booker's release. I'm sure they have it. Not sure on the price on it, but if it's one that you really want, you might be able to do some negotiating and come home with it.
Definitely.
Like we see 2018, I imagine that's before 2018, so that's really cool.
There's tons of stuff on this shelf too.
Yeah.
If you want to go back around here.
Yeah, we've got basically every 1792. They even have the high rye that they don't make anymore. This is super hard to find. This is $300.
Oh my goodness.
It's one of those where the liquid inside is not worth that $300, but it's so hard to find that might be the cheapest you can actually find it for. We like to collect some stuff, but that's outside the price range for that one. Razor Peel 6 for $200. Bunch of different few releases, and then Barrel, Batch 4 Rye, the Amberana Barrel Bourbon. Heard a lot of good things about that for $100. And then the more standard releases, Vantage, Armida, Dovetail, Bullet Barrel Strength, some Westwards. We've got this Stonehammer, which I think is... We have a Stonehammer, but it doesn't look like this. I thought this was a Kroger release, so maybe this is something different. I don't really know. Puncher's Chance, got some Hirsch bottles, some of those digits. More FAE 01 if you're a Makers fan for $100. That's a 2021 release, just multiple sitting there.
Yeah.
It's just really crazy. Can pop over to this shelf too. Got different Bowman Brothers and Isaac Bowman. More standard bottles, the benchmarks that we see everywhere.
Yeah.
Some Brothers, some Backbone Bourbon. Nothing too special on this shelf, but just a crazy amount everywhere. Up top here, we have definitely a dusty version of Old Forester 86 proof. I mean, it's not nothing special, but that's definitely the old label. Some David Nichols. We have some different, I guess that looks like a wine bottle, but I guess it's bourbon, aged 10 years in American oak. I don't know what's up with that. Got some Canadian whiskey, Rebellion Bourbon, John and Drum, more of that Rebel Reserve. some old Tide Mays. We have all the standard Russells, and actually to the left, there's a Redwood Empire Batch 1 over there.
Oh.
So I think we're gonna grab that. It looks like it might be $47. We're definitely taking that home with us.
Yeah.
Each had a small batch and straight rye and Blanton's. Don't know the price on those. They're probably a little high, but again, the Dusties are what you should be focused on in a store like this. We have some different Wild Turkey Master's Keep, the Oloroso Sherry Cask, and the 17-year Bourbon. Again, probably a high price, but you just don't see those anymore. I believe this is also a special like Jim Beam Distillers Collection finish thing. I believe I saw the Bourbon Junkies have it one time. There's also Wild Turkey Forgiven. I believe that's a Burr Rye. That was a regular release for a little while. Might be worth looking at the price on that one. Bunch of different Old Elks, all the different cast finishes, infinity blends, stuff like that. And moving over here, just the standard Elijah Craig releases. We do have the Knob Creek Cast Strength Rye, barreled in 2009. We've actually taken this bottle home before. They had both a batch 1 and a batch 2, but again, these were like 2018, 2019 releases that you just don't see anymore. And I think it was around like $75 or so. So that's the kind of stuff that's just really fun to see. And moving over, we've got Tin Cup 14-year, some Wyoming list whiskey, and a couple other normal releases. All right, so we have a refined rye and Sonoma rye. I believe those are somewhat local to the Central Coast right there. We've seen those before. And then we have the Knob Creek shelf. So we have the 2001 single barrel or small batches, batch 2, batch 3. There might even be a batch 1 back there.
Yeah.
The 25th anniversary single barrel. And then the first edition of the 18-year. So the 18-year has a price of $400. Not sure on these. We're not really interested in going into it, but I'm sure, again, you talk to them, kind of talk it down, that might be going home with somebody. And move down here, we have some James E. Pepper, Rossville Unions, whole bunch of different Widow Janes. We got a 10-year for 83.
Yep.
A different 10-year for 110, the Vault 14-year for 280. Those all sound like about MSRP, honestly. Then we've got Copper Craft, some other distillers I haven't really heard of, Waitsburg whiskey, I have no idea.
Yeah.
We do have Ben Holiday, which is actually pretty new to our area. Murray Hill Club. This is an old Murray Hill Club. That's kind of cool from Joseph Magnus. This is one there that they finished in a few different casks, but I've never seen the taller bottle before. So that might be a batch 1 or something. Batch number 7, $130. That might be worth it because, again, with those whiskeys where they're relying on MGP finishing and stuff, those early batches are usually way better than the current stuff because that's when the stocks were a lot older. Moving over, we've got some Doc Swinson, some different Stellums. We weren't a huge fan of our Stellum. We prefer the barrel varieties. And then we have B523 Larceny Barrel Proof for 160 and a few different Field and Sound releases. Moving over to another shelf, we have Weller Special Reserve for $90. A few different Bardstown the Prisoner collab for $165. We've got Calumet 14, we mentioned that before. Some different Garrison Brothers, Claremont Steep. Moving down, some more Old Foresters. They actually have a single barrel strength for $110. Picked by Old Oaks Cigar and Liquor. I don't know, maybe that's another store they own or something like that. Heaven's Door. Moving down, normal Mictors, some Rod and Hammers. Got a Nulu release for $100. Bourbon finished in French Oak. Some different Peerless, Penelope's, Free Ranch Uncut, and then some older 3-chord releases down below.
And then behind us.
And then one more shelf in case. We've got some Stranahan's, Rabbit Holes. We've got all these different Willet purple tops and green tops, ranging from $500 to over $1,000. You know, that's very typical for these Willets. And then below, some different Whistle Pigs and some Scotches. We have more of those really old Woodford Masters collections. I'm pretty sure someone's already picked through all these because the only ones are the ones I haven't heard the best things about. We've got straight malt, chocolate malted rye, the classic malt. So if they were any of the old batch proofs or any of the other special editions, we probably would have gone for it. But we see the prices at around that $300 to $400 range. Moving down, we have some other different Masters collections, more the newer normal bottle. Some batch proofs for about $300, $260, $270. Some Spirit Works. We've got the Sagamore Distillers Select. This is finished in vermouth, bitters, and something else. So this is basically their old Manhattan finish. So they actually have a new version of that But that's the original
Sorry.
one for
A little squeaky.
Yeah, a little squeaky. That one is $76, so that's pretty cool. Moving down one level, we have some old Scout rye barrels. So these are actually 60.8%, 4 years age, $140. That's a bit much. I would have liked to see it be at least like 8 years old if we were going for that. And then we have the Sonoma Cutler finish for $400 from the Woodford Master Selection. And then we have a few older like bird dogs back there. So I'm not sure the price on that.
Probably go on the other side and get a shot. Then we have some Sagamores.
Yes, so we have tons of the tequila finish. This is, again, that same like Manhattan finish.
Yeah.
All of them about $74. Cask strength. The single barrel picks are back over there. Just a whole bunch of Sagamore, double oaked, everything that you could expect. Down here, we got Tin Cup 10 year. We have some James E. Pepper for about $56. We got Old Foresters, Thomas S. More, Dickel, all kinds of stuff. All right, starting out with one, this main shelf right here, you can see just how many bottles they have. It's no rhyme or reason. There's crazy bottles hidden behind all of these. So we're gonna try to go through these a little bit quickly, but there's some gems already. So right here for $90, this is Westward Single Malt Whiskey. I believe this is their first bottling of it because they completely have a different bottle now. It's like a diamond shape and everything.
Exactly.
So this has been staying there for several years at least. Really, really cool. Behind it, there's an old Woodford Masters collection, also single malt. Just goes to show you that these bottles have been sitting here for quite a bit.
Yes.
We have a normal Wild Turkey Long Branch, along with a Rebel Yell 10-year single barrel. I've heard that's a really good weeded option for about $100. We have Not Your Father's Bourbon, not sure what that is really, next to Highspire. Again, never really heard of it. Moving down, Bardstown Plantation Rum collab right there. We have a New Riff single barrel rye, Penelope Cask Strength, some different 291 bourbons from Colorado, Smoke Wagon Uncut Unfiltered, and here's what you can see. This one is from 2022, so 2.5, almost 3 years old now. If that was a little bit older, we'd probably go for it, but that's about the same batch we already have at home.
Yeah.
Some different local distilleries to the Central Coast. We've got Rod and Hammer and Crowbar. This, again, is they don't use that bottle anymore.
Exactly.
It's very old. We've got a bunch of different things here. Again, more of that old-style Woodford Masters collection. Behind it, we have a Sagamore Barrel Select back there. Yellow Rose, Journeyman, Silver Cross. Look behind it, Boulder American Single Malt Whiskey. So there's a bunch of crazy stuff.
Yeah, stuff for everyone.
Yeah, some of them, the prices are a little bit overpriced, but again, some of these, they've been sitting and haven't been touched in years. And so bourbon was a lot cheaper a few years ago, so it might be worth a pickup.
Exactly.
Hirsch Small Batch, we got Dry Fly 101. We really like their cask strength single barrel picks, so we'll probably pass on that one, but we highly recommend Dry Fly. They're great. Moving over here, some more Penelope's Rosé Cask. Don't know what this is. A Rye 1, some math equation on there.
Interesting.
Crazy. We've got Davies County. There's this Rebel Reserve, which I believe is basically just a really old version of Rebel Yell for $27. So probably nothing incredible, but it is basically dusty whiskey.
Yeah, exactly.
It's never meant to be anything incredible, but kind of fun. Some Frank August, Oak and Edens, Legent down there, Off Hours Bourbon, Breckenridge, High Plains.
Oh my goodness.
A bunch of crazy stuff.
Everywhere.
Yeah, Wayward, some 3 chords. Got Bluebird Distilling Rye Whiskey. Never heard of them. They're probably defunct, but it's apparently out of Pennsylvania. Milam and Green, a bunch of different Dickels. Calumet 14 year for $120. That's right at MSRP. We have a Woodinville Moscatel finish, 100 proof. I believe that's one of their special releases. $111, not too bad. See, we got stuff just hidden behind cases of wine,
Yes.
all kinds of crazy stuff. Got a Maker's Mark. I don't think this was anything special, but it's a different label. I think you're able to like put your own label on it as a gift or something. But again, they don't make these anymore.
Exactly.
Just crazy stuff back here. We've got
Oh my gosh.
Bone Snapper Rye 4-year reserve for $56. I've heard pretty good things about Backbone just in general.
Yeah.
Got some Nulus hidden back there Got the brand new Wild Turkey 8-year, so they do get new bottles. It's not just all Dusties. That's for $100. Got some Wilderness Trail, new riffs, all kinds of stuff. I believe this is a special collab with Few with some band for $120. Slaughterhouse. Got some special 14-year bourbon there. That's a special bottle. I'm not sure what that is. Naked Grouse, some scotch, all kinds of stuff over here. 1512 Spirits Rye, 96 proof, 100% rye, distilled and bottled by them in California. It's a little bottle for $60. This is, again, another new release by Willett Speakeasy. This just dropped a couple days ago, so that's fresh on the shelf. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Moving over, we have Middle West. We don't see this in California at all. So this is just their standard 95 proof, but if we ever find one of their like cask strengths or one of their special finished ones, we really want to try it. We heard a lot of good things about them.
Yeah.
Got some Iowa bourbon from Cedar Ridge, Castle and Key, 3-Core, just
Tons of stuff.
tons of stuff. And like I said, it's not all the same. You know, there would be random whiskeys hidden behind other ones. Just
Yes,
gotta
and I
look.
mean, like, every single shelf has whiskey, so we'll take you through the whole store, but like, there's just so much to look at. So
Yeah.
if you're really into the hunt, I
Yes.
think this is the place to go.
Into the hunt, into Dusty's, this is where you should go. And one more shelf over here, we do have all these Belmead cask strength reserves. These, I believe, have been discontinued and are either distillery only or they're only doing the Nelson Bros label. This is for $77. One of the cheaper prices that we've seen on these, knowing that it is discontinued now. But it's just good cask strength MGP. We would probably pick it up, but we actually found it at some other store for about $50, so we're already good on it. But just really old, dusty stuff that you just can't find anywhere else. We've got some Jim Beam Signature Craft Soft Red Wheat 11-year straight bourbon whiskey at 90 proof.
Oh my goodness.
$56. Never heard of it. There's also a brown rice behind it. I think more of it is just
Soft
the
red
same.
wheat.
Yeah, that's just really crazy. We're not huge Jim Beam fans, but might have to look that one up. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Next to it, we have the Frame Ranch 100% wheat whiskey single grain series. So we really want to find a cask strength single barrel of this, but none have dropped lately. So we might go for this one. It's only a 375, but we've heard great things about their wheat whiskey, and we've liked wheat whiskey in the past. And then Jack Daniel's Tennessee Tasters. That's usually Tennessee only. This one is hickory smoked, so we're probably not too interested in it. But again, this is about $60. Really cool to see. Never seen that in person before. Moving down, just a bunch of other random bottles, some more discontinued things. Canadian whiskey, George Dickel, Rittenhouse Rye.
All of those
Bourbon
County.
Wheat wine, finished in bourbon barrel, apple cinnamon.
Oh my goodness.
Flavor. Whole bunch of crazy stuff there. We've got Blinking Owl Distillery. Like we said, that was a defunct craft distillery. We have Reyes Repealed, number 6. Bespoken Spirits Rye, some Terry Bradshaw bourbon. There we go, some celebrity whiskey. We've got Hancock's Reserve for $190. Quite expensive. That's getting a little bit more available around us, thankfully. Got Rough Rider. We got a few different Nulus there. The Toasted Rye and the Bourbon Finished in French Oak. Some Sweeten's Cove, 2022 for $240. Stone Imperial Whiskey. Abstract Trails End from Oregon right there. Davies County. Uncle Dearest. We got the old RC6 Maker's Mark for $200 from 2019. We've got some 2021 editions, 2023. The new Heart release for $120. And then some different cask strength High West picks for actually $7,000, which is a pretty reputable bar. And Midway Night Stram Act 12 for $190. All right, we almost missed one of the shelves up here. So we've got a bunch of different special edition Jack Daniels up there. The normal Sinatra, number 27, but we've got Holiday Select from 2013. Another one maybe from 2013, 2014 era. Some 160th edition. In the case, we got Sam Houston 15-year. I believe that's discontinued. Lone Whisker. Baumburgers, Shanks for $200. The Toasted Barrel Bourbon from Michter's for $400. Jack Daniel's 12-year Batch 1 for $400. I know a lot of people love that one.
Yeah.
Moving down, we have some more interesting Jim Beam stuff that's $56. Got some Old Smooth Amblers over there for $50. Don't really know what that is.
Yeah.
Got Buffalo Trace Kosher Wheat for $200. And then down here, we have some more normal releases. Bullet 12-year for $60. An old Maker's Mark pick for $80. Jack Bonded. Jim Beam finished in PX Sherry casks for $600. Some special whistle pigs, and just, yeah, more crazy stuff.
At the front of the store, we have several special cases. This one has Old Carter and both the Parker's Heritage finished in orange curacao and the 11-year-old single barrel bourbon, both for $600. We also have Four Roses 2016 limited edition small batch for $800, Orphan Barrel Copper Tongue, Forager's Keep, and Fable and Folly for about $500 each, and some Old Blood Oaths for $400 to $1,000. They also have Blood Oath Pact 1 and 2, Old Forester Birthday Bourbon 2024, some Maker's Cellar Aged, Four Roses 50th Anniversary, Elijah Craig 23, Elmer T. Lee 100-Year Tribute, A. Smith Bowman Batch 1, some Old Fitz, Michter's 10-Year Bourbon and Rye, and their Barrel Strength Rye and Toasted Barrel Strength Rye. And of course the Weller Rainbow, a few BTAC bottles, and E.H. Taylor 4-grain for $2,200. A bunch more Old Carter bottles, and an Old Taylor bottle for $1,200.
All right, we just got outside the bottle shop in Montecito, and we felt like we could have spent all day in there. We did take a while. We tried to get every shelf we possibly could. There's just so much crazy whiskey there.
Yes.
We ended up walking away with 2 bottles. We got the Redwood Empire Batch 1 for $47. We have a Batch 2, have never seen a Batch 1. It's super cheap for what it is. It's just, we love Redwood Empire. It's super cool to see.
Yes.
And then we got this Bird Dog 10-year bourbon whiskey for $40. So walked away with both these bottles for under $100. They're just really cool, dusty whiskey that we never get to see. And we're really excited what we got. We hope you enjoyed watching all that. It was awesome in there.